Hello everyone, welcome back. We've returned for the final hour about of Treasures Lost Legion. Well, I mean, we're a little later, so it's like
that was
6:12.
No, you froze, and it was perfect. You had your mouth wide.
Oh.
For the final.
Thanks, Skype. For the
It's the final
Countdown.
countdown. Okay, no, enough of that. All right.
Enough of that shenanigans.
So interesting figures have now effectively captured, but not quite captured, Kellen. They've got him at weapon point, and the same can be said of Whisper. And one of them has said something in a language she does not understand and is standing behind her.
Yes, I would have turned around, given him a very, grumpy look, and then used the message spell, just saying, I can't understand. Because telepathically, I think we can sort of maybe understand.
Yes.
A single word will respond to you. Primitive.
But still alive. With sass. If I can give sass.
You're gonna try to sass him, but still alive.
Yeah.
Just snap your fingers.
Why have you come, cat?
It's a tabaxi, and we're looking for what the orcs had left behind. The scroll.
You brought your hairless mutant with you?
He's a gnome, not a mutant, kind of a pain, but really nice. I like that Kevin can't hear any of this either.
If you were not so fun to watch, I would have killed you long ago.
I am an entertainer by trade. I'm sexy.
She's sassy and she knows it.
You should know, those that enter this place are killed.
Well, you're slacking on your job then, because... And she's gonna, look over her shoulder to Kellen. We're still alive.
We don't always have to get our own hands dirty.
Well, your dogs didn't do their job.
Ours? No. Ours are much bigger.
Like the one we saw in the cave before?
He'll say some kind of name you won't recognize. And then he'll say, nothing owns those.
So are you going to just stop us, or can we just go on our way because you're kind of slowing us down? She's just like, I'm done. I just fought these stupid dog things. Move and get out of the way, or do what you're going to do, basically.
I'm not sure if you're brave or foolish, feline.
Current mood, annoyed. And she's just, blinking slowly at him.
He'll just kind of move down as he's kind of got some kind of mask or something on the top, so you can't really see his face, so he's kind of just going to move his head down closer to you, almost as you can't quite stare at each other's eyes, but it would be as if you are.
So can we go now, or would you like to just take us to where we're trying to get to? Either help us or get your job done.
You will not find what you seek here.
And why is that?
Because it's already gone.
Where did it go?
It is not my place to say.
So you didn't do your job before is what you're saying. So you're trying to do it now. Or it's still here and you're lying to me because that's why you're still here.
It was not my job then.
What is...
You have not been the typical thieves that would come to this place. Old tools, papers. Fascinating.
Can I insight them? Or insight it?
Sure.
Just to see if I'm getting like we might snap and rip your face off at any moment, or, you know, anything.
I mean, you do get this sense that probably part of him is considering, like, impaling you right now. You do get a, like, sense of malice from him. But there also seems this part of, like, curiosity. Because he has a job, and you technically haven't broken his job. If you remember what their job was. To make sure no one steals anything from these places anymore.
Yeah. And we haven't left yet.
I'm just gonna sit down on the ground.
The thing is, you've taken, like, what they would consider junk. You know, you took, like, old, like, relics of, like, a gem, some coins, and some mining equipment.
And some alcohol.
Yeah, you stole their booze, which I guess they don't really care about taking it. Kellen's just sitting down on the ground right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit down on the ground, take a piece of my shirt, just kind of clean my gun a little bit.
My little mutant. My little hairless mutant.
I know. I probably figure you're mind talking over there.
Mind talking. Yeah, because you can see me like lifting around, like.
And like they're like having this, and she's like having a stare off with someone you can't see the face of, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, whatever. La 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 la.
So, you're supposed to be protecting something here. Either that something is still here, or you didn't do your job before and it's gone, and you at least know who took it.
He's just gonna put an arm out and say, "Look around you. We guard all you see. It is all and everywhere, yet nowhere."
Out of game. That means you guard us because we can see ourselves.
Yes. Well, then wouldn't protecting us be in your best interest if we don't appear to be a threat?
No.
So you didn't guard very well before because nobody's here.
We remained.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of look over and message to Kellen. This guy is a pain. I think they're, like, stuck here because he's basically leading me in circles. That, like, what we're looking for isn't here, but I think there might be something here. I just don't know if it's... I don't know what's here.
Aren't they guarding the gems themselves, basically?
Maybe? I mean, if they're just guarding all the gems, then as long as we don't take any gems, we should be free to go. If that's what you think.
Possibly.
I can try that. I haven't asked him about the gems.
I mean, that's the only thing really worth anything here.
Yeah, he did say you're strange and you're a mutant, by the way. I'm sorry.
Oh. Your people, well, your types of people on the last planet thought I was a mutant too, so whatever.
Yeah. So if we have to make it look like it, pretend you're my pet. I won't beat you. Alright, so I'll look back to the weird creature. Like, so if it's all around us, are you referring to the gems and crystals?
You're smarter than you seem.
And as long as we don't touch those or take those, then we should be free to go because we haven't broken any laws, correct?
Yes and no.
Well, we haven't taken any of them.
This is true.
So why are you stopping us? If it's not to help us.
You still have trespassed upon a forbidden place.
What makes it forbidden?
By our Lord's decree.
Yeah, I haven't met this lord, so I am not aware of this law that you speak of.
But you are feline. A feline not of our people?
That would be correct.
Rare. He seems to sort of like actually now pace around you, sort of like almost like looking you over, kind of banging down his like like each of them has some kind of like interesting looking spear as he's kind of like clanking it on the stone around you, like almost like taking a look around, like, you know, just eyeing you up a little bit.
Yeah, she just kind of like stand there, like still arms crossed, just kind of like watching him, but not moving or anything.
He'll stop moving then as he kind of gets back to your front.
I'm just gonna start whistling.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of message Cal and be like, he's trying to figure out what I am, I think.
You're a whisper.
Yes. But
He'll say something else in the language you don't understand, and the other ones will sort of like move their weapons in closer to Kellen again.
If you're gonna threaten me, at least speak my language.
So, yeah, I guess I'll just message back to him. Okay, so yes, I am not like your people, but I also haven't broken any of your laws.
This kind of like, as best as you can get it through message, this kind of like almost hateful sound, you'll hear the words, "You smell of fox, though."
You see, like, a quick look over to Count, like, I don't think they like my husband.
I'm gonna respond back to you. Didn't we get some kind of like paperwork or anything? Oh, I guess we didn't, did we?
We're still waiting on it.
Your husband's a louse.
Yeah, well, you know, I tried. More than you did.
What was I supposed to do? Marry him myself?
I don't know, maybe he's into that.
I'm certainly not into that.
Wait, does he actually appear?
He's actually
like,
right
I'm
there
not
all of a
RPing
sudden.
that.
He
Nope.
actually is right there all of a sudden. Zirin, seemingly appearing out of nowhere, standing behind them, as the ones that are over by Kellen jump back, literally, and the one that's standing next to you leaps forward, weapon handy, as Zirin sort of nimbly leaps back as he plunges the spear into the ground, and then yells something in that language, very angrily.
Cool.
Zirin will yell back at him a little bit, and then brandish something in his hand. You'll see the one that you've been talking to, like, kind of swing down his spear, pointing it towards you, yelling, and, like, they'll have a conversation going back and forth for about 5 minutes.
I'm just gonna yell, English common, please!
I shuffle over to Kellen and, like, pull him up to his feet and kind of, like, put myself, like, next to him, just, like, watching, like, I don't. I think Zirin has some kind of power over them or some kind of station above them, but they definitely do not like each other.
Well,
They definitely do not like each other.
I'm going to try to stealthily put my hand in my pocket
Mhm.
and grab a hold of a tinder twig.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Just in case.
Uh-huh. Okay, make a stealth check. Or sleight of hand. Sleight of hand.
Oh, wait,
I'm
so sleight of hand, yeah.
Yes.
Whoop.
Okay. Let me just in case it ever comes up.
Just in case.
Okay. All right. So you've stealthily got it in hand. You're not sure if any of them notice you or not, but they aren't reacting to you grabbing something from your pocket, at least.
Yep.
After that,
I kind of... and I wink at you.
Yeah. Insight on
usually-
Kellen having a plan.
Yeah.
So after the conversation, the one that was talking to you sort of makes motions to the three that are behind the two of you, and they will just sort of like, they will leap away and seemingly like jump from building to building, like quickly and efficiently, disappearing from sight.
But the one is still there.
The other one will kind of look towards you and say something in that language you don't understand again, and then wait for a second. Like staring at you.
And then I'll just message them, I don't understand what you're saying.
You only needed to respond. So, fox taint it is.
What? What?
As it,
He means that you've done it with the fox. That
Oh,
you're
yeah.
tainted by fox.
Mhm.
Not just fox taint.
yes, yes, Joe got it right the first time. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You're pretty sure somewhere under the mask it's smiling, as then it sort of like will just move into a shadow, and you will lose sight of him or her. You couldn't quite tell.
I'm gonna stand there and just do this.
Mm-hmm.
So after I'm pretty sure that they're as gone as can be expected, I'm gonna look to Zirin and be like, it took you long enough.
Sorry, I didn't think you'd be here yet.
You should know by now I'm not that patient.
Look, things took a little while, and things aren't really the best off. I have learned some information that might be able to help your people, but unfortunately something came up that maybe you can help me with.
She just still arms crossed, like looking at him like, okay. And why don't we go inside where I can take a little bit of a rest? Because she does still look a little bit like beat up.
Why don't we head towards the gate for now? There's a place over there where we can get the information that your people seek.
Can I insight him?
Sure.
Just like, how did he know we were heading towards the gate? God damn it. Why do I even bother?
I mean,
While he's talking to her,
Mhm.
I'm gonna stealth behind him.
okay. I mean,
Nice.
you will walk behind him quietly. He probably knows that you've gone behind him, but doesn't quite tell where you're at. It's
And I'm
kind of
kicking him. I'm just gonna kick him in the back of the leg and go jerk.
I mean, I guess he'll actually definitely move out of the way. He
I'm
doesn't
gonna
even seem to look at you. He just sort of moves his leg like, oh, careful there.
I'm gonna incite him.
Okay.
See if I do any better. Slightly better.
Slightly better.
Slightly
Not
better.
by much.
I probably should have used that first roll for insight
Yep.
instead of trying
Look,
to
why don't
kick.
we head this way? Now that we haven't had any kind of worse incident, you did a good job not angering them too much.
What are they? Who are they?
They're the guards.
Yes, they're who was left here, ordered to guard this place for all time. Their families will continue to guard here. They will know all the secrets, where you can find things to drink and eat amongst this place. They have adapted to this place, almost you could say.
How did you know we were going to the gate?
I didn't. Quick guess. You always seem to hit one of these gates at some point in time.
And she kind of just like narrows her eyes and like she's gonna actually step like closer to him and be like, "No, how did you know we were going to the gate?"
Oh, well, I mean, if you haven't noticed, I have some certain skills, and, well, I've kind of used those skills to track you.
You see just her like crossing her arm, like if she could cross them more
Look,
and like
it's not-
more angry wife.
It's not 100% accurate. It's more like if I need to go to you quickly, I can.
Just angry look.
I'm just gonna start walking towards where the gate is.
Hey, Kellen, old pal, as he kind of like reaches towards you a little bit. Why don't we go with Kellen? We don't want him to get trapped with more
You
problems.
engaged angry wife mode. She's just like, fine. But you definitely are, you're on thin ice, mister.
Yes, the nice, indeed. All right.
Yeah. He's in the fox house.
I was just gonna type it.
So, there was some good news. It does seem like I have heard who you seek has gone beyond this place, but I'm not exactly sure where they ended up, since it has been a good amount of time. It seems like they moved away from official channels after they left this place. So, unfortunately, you might have to ask around in certain places to find out where they went. But, I believe you called them Scrow? Or orcs? Or something of the like? They did leave this place, from what I have learned. They came through a different gate than this one. The gate from the planet you were at before, which is actually technically on the other side of this world. Whatever they brought with them, they managed to arrange transport from here. And this was right before the close down occurred. Did you see some signs of damage and struggle? I'm sure you have.
Yes.
It's an unfortunate thing about our people's past. When this place was abandoned, it wasn't peaceful. People had homes here, as you could see, and people didn't want to leave. Most of them did not. The folks you saw got their hands dirty even then. It was not a pleasant day, but it was felt that they would have better lives elsewhere. Their tribe is not a large one because of the nature of this place. It does not encourage life like you and I.
You see an eye roll from her a little bit, just like, oh god. Well, you say we're gonna have to ask around. Unfortunately, we cannot travel as quite as fast as you can.
Well, I do have to confess I had to travel faster than most. Again, unique skills that we haven't had a chance to discuss a lot of. And I know that we want to spend time together and discuss a lot of this stuff. You know, we only know each other to a good degree, but there's more secrets that I do wish to share with you as, you know, spending time together, but...
You seem to be backpedaling an awful lot from me asking a very simple question.
I'm uniquely skilled at traveling fast. We'll just say that for now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a secret to share between us as to my exact skill.
Well, I'm not worried about how that skill is. I'm just worried about how you can use it to help us in the current situation, which is asking around.
Well, there is something. You see, since I've found out some information in my time in the capital, I've also learned that, well, there are certain factions that would be against your people. Here's where an unfortunate thing comes in, that I think maybe you can help me, as you're sort of getting close to the gate now. Kellen.
Yes.
He's going to point to like a small building nearby the gate. The original controls were in there, but I should be able to remotely activate it without the controls. There's some information there that your elder friend might be able to discern. Information that will tell you to the next planet. There are 3 worlds that we go from here. I do not think your Scrow made it as far as our capital world. But it seems they left to one of our 3 worlds.
But
But
continue.
But the dangers that are going to approach you there are going to be great. There might be a way to...
Alarmingly great.
Oh, yes. There might be a way to maintain peace. At least relative peace. Whisper, I need you to come with me. We're going to go to the capital, and I can only put my case so much. I can take you to people that can help get protection for your crew, but I need you with me there, and I don't know how long it will take. It may take months, it may take longer, especially if your crew will travel to those 3 worlds. I only know they left this place to one of those 3. You will have to investigate each of them and see if there's evidence of them there. They could have traveled from one to the other, also. The information on their locations will be over there in some paperwork that your friend Rachael will be able to find. I cannot allow the access to the gates from now, but you and your crew should be able to travel there. I'm sorry, Whisper, but I can show you our capital, I can show you our great city, but I do not know how long it will be before you could return to your crew's side.
will this be able to
Perhaps
get my
we can
crew...
discuss our own life together at that point in time.
That's... yes, but assuming that I'm not murdered on the spot when I enter the capital, or assuming I can at least get some kind of immunity for my crew and my friends that I came with.
Yes, we should be able to earn some form of protection for them. There are factions in my society which seek an excuse for war, revenge. Some of them even have the ear of the Emperor himself, our Lord, our King.
Great.
But we have yet to act. And there are still those that believe in containing peace, that keeping anger and vengeance are not something we must do.
So, I'm going on a lovely diplomatic adventure, is what you're saying. And you just see her kind of like scrunch her face.
I'm sorry. It is the best I could have arranged at this point in time.
Before you would go, I have at least one question.
Yes.
What did they have against foxes?
Oh, apologies. Though my station was relatively low, there is a hierarchy amongst our races. And ours is one that usually is very high up. We also... I tend to be friendly in comparison to many of my relatives, let me put it that way. Me and my esteemed ancestor you met are very much so exceptions to how many of our kind act. we are slightly more gifted towards mystical means to begin with, and so some of them tend to level it above others.
Okay.
It would be equivalent to an old society's nobility.
Got you.
There are those like these that remained here, which do not like that none of our race and some similar races were given orders to remain.
So will I at least be able to say goodbye to my shipmates and friends before we head back to the capital?
Perhaps. Easy way back to your ship.
She's just like, as he's like thinking, she's gonna motion over to, I can't just leave him here down in the dungeons where he doesn't know where he's at, under this planetoid rock.
Well, I did arrange for him to be under the protection of those he no longer sees. Those, fellows here. Well, I had the Emperor's grace, at least, of keeping him safe here. So they will watch out for him if he would remain down here until he would leave. As long as he does not do any violations. Take anything. More than you already have picked up.
So... And she's gonna like turn and look to Kellen. Do you think you know how to get back?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
It's pretty straight
that
shot.
hard. It'll just take me a lot longer because I won't be able to use the railway all the way. Because I'm definitely not going to be able
That's
to move
true.
the minecart by myself.
And your map, you probably see that there could be an alternate way you could go that would go around that area where the thing was.
So
Yeah.
I might be able to take the minecart all the way back.
Yes. You're pretty sure using the maps you had, you could get back all the way.
Okay.
It might take a little longer, but
Still not too bad.
Yeah, but Whisper looks like pissed. Just like,
Yeah.
I'm not banning my friend.
look, I can arrange for someone to go to the ship eventually. The next world you go to. I'll have some friends of mine keep an eye out. Someone that can help guide you when I can't always show up.
But you have no way of getting him back to the ship right now.
He'll be safe. He'll be watched.
And if a rock falls and crushes him, how fast can your little friends get there to protect him from that kind of accident?
Pretty fast. You saw how quickly they left.
Yes, but you did just notice I said crushed him. He's
Well-
already crushed. And she's just like looking at him like, she's got that like angry, like, do you not see my logic here?
I mean, if a rock was going to fall and crush him, there wasn't much that we would be able to do if we were next to him.
Push him out of the way.
We might not have that same chance ourselves. It's the same kind of random chance. You never know what's going to happen in life. But sometimes you have an opportunity to help your friends out, to make a point of your own life, and to get yourself to a better place. I'm offering you a hand right now to do all these things. And
But I'm not leaving my friend down here alone.
I'll be fine. You know I can take care of myself.
Kellen, no! And she's just like, Kellen, it's not a matter of that, it's a principle. She's like, this is not cool with her.
I look at you and I'm like, I know, but...
But Kellen, right? He's such a dick.
Well, we did talk about Fox Taint.
Yeah, that was a thing. Let me see.
I want to know one last thing. What does the fox say? Yeah.
It's yo.
Yo. Let's see. You don't. I don't think
You Arthur
need anything.
Fonzarelli?
Probably.
I guess I would just like look at my bag and see if there's anything else I can like give him, like that would help.
Okay.
I do have some strange gold coins and some studded leather armor.
Ooh, I could actually wear that. And have an AC of higher than 12.
Yeah, mine's only 13, so. Very frustrated. Before we leave, before I take off with Zirin, I will use my sending spell to try to reach out to Olag and let him know kind of like, obviously I can only use like, I think it's 25 words. Yeah. Just kind of like a 1-sentence synopsis of what is happening.
Okay.
And then 1 sentence of like, keep an eye out for Kellen. He'll be making his way back on his own.
There will be an appropriately Olag response, we'll say.
You're sending back the clone.
Yeah.
Are we sure we can't send him?
Can we keep you and send the clone instead?
And then, you know, she'll kind of like give Kellen a hug and be like, don't let Olag be a pain in the ass.
I'm going to give you a kiss on the cheek and then whisper, we'll always have the bathroom on that asteroid.
You promise not to speak of that ever again. And with that, she does some vicious mockery. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she'll like give him like a pat on the head and be like, keep an eye out, or I'll get that fox toy from you when I need it.
Yes.
Because it's on the ship still. And she looks like bummed now. She's just like,
I'll keep an eye on Rechan.
Oh, good luck with that one. I do not envy you there.
Yeah.
Alright, so I would have given him the leather armor. If you want that book, I have the Book of the Realm Space, and I have the Book of the History of the War.
Yeah, I guess I'll hold on to those for you. Maybe one day you'll be back.
Hopefully. But yeah, you might be able to find some use for him. And then I guess she'll be like, okay, guess I'm ready now. With a grumpy face.
Okay. You'll just have to let me know, like, post-game, anything you left with Kellen then afterwards after that. Okay.
Yep.
So, you'll see Zirin, kind of, take your hand, sort of move it on towards, the gate itself, wave his hand, and you'll see, like, it almost kind of, like, the portal itself open up, but, like, with a kind of, like, as his hand waves, it opens up and just sort of, like, springs to life. As he'll sort of, like, he'll look back towards Kellen and be like, till we all meet again, my friend. As she sort of leaves.
Keep her safe.
With my life. As she'll lead.
She doesn't actually make that face. She's just kind of like.
As she leads Whisper to the portal, and they walk through, and it closes behind them.
Dive now.
And Kellen is left there, sitting in the dark, all alone.
I didn't want to leave you, Kellen.
A tear slowly rolls down my cheek.
Aww. No.
So Kellen.
Who will I invent things for now and give shinies to?
Right? But just think, I get to go collect all sorts of shinies now.
Yes.
From important people.
Uh-huh. You get to take things from important people. Put it back.
Steal the Emperor's treasury for me.
It's like
Nothing will be as exciting as the bathroom.
You have like an important meal, and then all of a sudden it's like, after they're done, it's like, didn't we have an extra fork?
Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, Kellen, what are you doing? You're standing alone here in the dark.
I guess I'll make it back to the mine cart and do my best to Oh, actually, to get it going, since there's no back to it anymore,
Uh-huh.
I will push on the cart and then jump in. That'll probably be better than trying to wield a giant thing to push myself along.
Okay.
I'll keep that in the cart in case I need it, but...
Yes. Alright. You'll manage to get the cart going on your own. It will be a little difficult. Especially since you don't have a Whisper to help you out anymore.
Me and all my strength.
Those mighty tabaxi muscles.
With our strengths combined, we had a 16.
Yep. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
With our modifiers combined, we had a -2.
So it's like, our modifiers combined are worse?
Yep.
When our strength scores combined, we would have a positive.
Yes, that's true. So you'll push everything through the mind as it will kind of like weave, bob. You'll take the alternate route you had planned out. You sometimes feel like you're being both watched and also that there's danger around, but you never see anything.
Yeah.
Better.
And I have to fight the temptation all the way out of the mines not to take any gems.
You'll eventually get to that large chamber where you first entered, like the kind of hole, but you're coming in at a different one of the, like, rails.
Gotcha. I will make my way back out of up to the elevator.
As you get to the elevator and, like, turn around to, like go up, you'll see 3 of those figures in the armor kind of standing there. Kind of each give you a small bow, and then kind of turn around and leave.
I'll bow back, and then after they turn around, give them the finger. And then go click.
Yep. As it raises up to the surface once again. You find yourself on the dark surface, alone, in the basement of that 3-story building when you first entered.
Yes, and I'll take the long walk back to the ship.
Womp womp.
As you arrive back,
my gun.
As you arrive back at the ship and the landing vessel, you'll be able to fly back to the ship. The captain will kind of look.
2 people to pilot it.
No, the captain will look at you and be like, "Where's Whisper?"
Her and her husband went to the Emperor's world. He insisted that they could do more good there.
What did you find out?
Well, the Skrull were there and have left. I have information for 3 planets that they may have gone to that Rachael will have to decipher.
Then give it to him right away and we can start deciphering it.
Aye, aye.
I assume this mission of Whispers will keep us... If these are... What kind of planets are these? What kind of worlds?
I don't know any I don't know any information. It's all in this language.
But I'm assuming that because Whisper had to go, that's at least one of these has colony.
I would assume so. It may be several months before we see her again.
Most of the time it takes at least a month of travel, so we'll have to see how many planets we'd visit, if we have to visit all of them, since you do not know which one it is. So. Alright. Then give it to Rachael and he can discern it, and we'll have to make a decision on which world we'll travel to. Thank you.
Yes. I'll go to Rachael.
Okay. Ah! You've returned! I've been able to translate some of this information you gave me.
I have more!
Ooh. It turns out that there was an order to withdraw from this area. The workers that were here decided to revolt against those people that were controlling it.
Ah.
There apparently was a lot of murder.
Yes, we saw many signs of struggle.
That seems like it was a terrible thing.
We also found information on creatures that are here.
Fascinating.
They're all made of crystal.
Oh, okay. I'll have to study these and let you know about them too.
I do have one request from you.
Sure.
Since you have been able to learn this language and to decipher things...
It's less I learn the language, more I've learned how to understand its written form, to a degree.
Could I stay here with you while you decipher things, and maybe you could teach me some of this written language?
Perhaps I could teach you a little bit. It might help in the field.
Yes, that's my thought.
Right. I guess, what's this information you've brought me?
There's 3 possible planets that the Scrow may have gone to.
So we don't know which one of these it is.
Correct.
All right, then. Then I'll get to work on this right away. And we can make our decision.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Why don't we leave it off here? Whisper has gone off with her husband, the fox, to the capital world for having great and interesting stories. Kellen is preparing to travel to the next world with Olag and maybe some others that might be introduced from the crew, i.e. a couple new players. So. But, all right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for this emotional, and baby-filled.
And baby-filled.
Treasure of the Lost Legion.
All the babies.
All the babies.
Well, next time we see Whisper, she may be a mama.
Yes. Well,
Maybe.
All
Not
right.
in real life, guys, just to be clear. Not in real life. That's not why I'm leaving. Just for clarification, so people don't think I'm actually pregnant in real life.
Yes. All right. Whisper, why don't you, or Rachel, why don't you give your information for the last time as we kind of head off here?
Okay. So I actually, Rules as Written podcast, same thing I've been doing for a while. My new podcast is still in production. Bless you.
Thank you.
We have a bunch recorded, and it's getting ready to go live. So stay tuned on that. It's at Epic Endings at Epic Endings Pod on Twitter. You can follow for updates, or you can find it on Podbean, and it will be up on iTunes soonish. And then I'm also hanging out on the Twitch more often, so it's just twitch.tv/JadeValla, JaDeVALA.
Cool.
That's it. Over to Joe.
Kellen/Joe.
Well, next week we're off. Saturday, come back to see us for some discussing tabletop.
Yep.
And I'm going to complete plugging the hell out of this so to get some responses. We are going to be going to PAX Unplugged. Please, if you want us to report on anything specific or interesting that you find interesting, that's going to be there. They have their full list of scheduled events, so let us know.
And you can't be there. Yes.
Yes, and if you can't be there, send us a message on Twitter. We would love to meet some fans and make some contacts.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Do some stuff together. Yep. Okay. Cool. As usual, schedule for stuff. Pretty normal. Videos up. Streaming up. I'll probably be doing a little bit of Jackbox with Ollie a little later on tonight, and then maybe some other kind of stream after that. I'll have to find out what Ollie wants to do with that, because he was suggesting to it. So that's my schedule right now for tonight. Other than that, normal schedule for the week. If you want to give support to any of us, definitely, follow us on the various things. Follows and subscriptions help for both me and Rachel, because affiliations and stuff. I've got my nice emotes already out and ready. Well, 2 of them at least, if you were seeing them. Streamcat and, Victory.
Yes.
And various other things for supporting, YouTube here, anything else, anything you can think of, any way to support us, to keep us going, great, helps us out. Just being here does help too. So
Yep.
Or
you guys
watch,
are awesome.
yeah. So I hope to see everyone here next week, and hopefully sometime we'll have Whisper returning to us whenever she once again can. But until then, yep. Until then, we'll have everybody have a great evening, and great weekend, rest of it. And, at least me and Joe will be here next time. So goodbye, everyone.
Bye.